Okay, welcome to Sports Blabb again, another episode. Well, I'm going to throw a little bit of trivia at you and then give a plug for getting outdoors and enjoying nature. So here's kind of the trivia part, and it's related to Major League sports because baseball is predominantly outdoors, football outdoors, unless they're playing in an enclosed stadium like US Bank or Dallas Stadium, AT&T Stadium, etc., etc. But for the most part, and same for baseball, but for the most part, those two sports are outdoors. Obviously, hockey, unless they're doing the Winter Classic Series, is indoors, and same for basketball, that's totally indoors. But here's a little trivia for you, just for fun. I got to read my notes. Bear with me here. A typical football field in the NFL covers 57,600 square feet, with 9,600 of those square feet covering the two end zones. In hockey, it's played on a rink with 17,000 square feet, and regulation NBA basketball, a court covers 4,700. Let's do that again. An NBA basketball court covers 4,700 square feet. I'm getting this information in an article entitled "There's Room to Roam and MLB Parks, so get teams back in the field," by Patrick Royce, who's a longtime sports columnist in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And he's advocating get baseball going. There's plenty of room. This is what he argues. He says the average playing field, I'm just going to read it. The average playing field in Major League Baseball covers 2.49 acres or 108,464,000 square feet. Target Field, which is in Minneapolis, is a touch smaller at 107,593 square feet. Fenway Park in Boston, which opened in 1912, by the way, the same year the Titanic sank, has the smallest playing field at 99,000 square feet. He goes on to state there are 34,000 square feet in the grass and dirt areas of a baseball infield, and another 77 square feet for the two batters and the catcher's boxes. What he's arguing is, hey, let's get baseball going. It's already open air. It's already spread out. It's got the largest playing field of any of the sports. The players, by the very nature of the game, are separated. So get some mass on them. The only thing you got to worry about is the umpire and the catcher and the batter. Yeah, you can deal with that, but get it going. That's his argument. Get this going. Quit fuddy-duddying. You let people into Walmart, whatever. Baseball, they're more spread out. Get this going. I don't know what he thinks about the fans in the stands, but I'm sure he would like a few sports writers in the suite, the journalists writing about the game and typing. So anyway, so that's just some fun trivia I came across. I just thought I'd throw it your way. Patrick Royce, Star and Tribune, Minneapolis Star Tribune. The other thing I want to kind of mention to you, since me and my friends went biking the other day in the Minnesota Wildlife Refuge area. It's an area that's like 14,000 acres that the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources has preserved. And it's the part that we've gone on are by the river. I live in Bloomington, Minnesota, a southern suburb of Minneapolis. We're bordered by the Minnesota River. 35W crosses right over it. The segment that I'm talking about is the old Bloomington Ferry Road in West Bloomington, and it stretches all the way out to the Mall of America, all the way up by Fort Snelling, all the way up just a little bit beyond the Mendota Bridge in Lilydale there. That's the segment I'm talking about, and I'll throw a map up so that you can see what I'm talking about. And you should all get your bikes, your hiking boots on, go find the maps, and get down there. So I grew up in Bloomington, lived here my whole life. When we were kids, our dad used to drive across the river in West Bloomington on the old Bloomington Ferry Bridge, and in East Bloomington on the old Cedar Avenue Bridge. Those are now park areas, part of this refuge area. The old Bloomington Ferry Bridge is now a pedestrian bridge. You can walk right across it. There's no cars. The old Cedar Avenue Bridge, again, is a pedestrian and biking bridge. It's part of the park system. I had no idea until this coronavirus hit the extent that they've built out these trails and these bridges in these areas. No idea. I've just been on parts of them. I've ridden the segment from the Lindale boat launch, which is underneath the 35W bridge going west to Bloomington Ferry. I've ridden that on the bike numerous times. It's fantastic. It's flat, there's few areas of sand, it's through the woods, it's by the river, it's fantastic. Going the other way, which I've never been on, is a mountain bike trail with big hills and stuff, dirt trails that takes you all the way by the Mall of America to Bass Ponds. and you go by the old Cedar Avenue Bridge along the way, and then you can just keep it going all the way up beyond the Mendota Bridge. The old Cedar Avenue Bridge area, it's like, wow, there's like 5 trails that emanate from there. One of them is a tar path that takes you by Black Dog Electric Utility Power Plant, literally right by it, on the other side or the east or the south side of the river, and it takes you to a little park that's kind of on the other side of the river from the Lindale Boat Launch. An easy ride, phenomenally fun. For my whole life, I've seen Black Dog. It's that thing from the distance that makes electricity for this whole area. Here I am able to ride up right to it. Amazing, amazing. And then a trail that my friend Isaiah and Professor Donald took is from that same bridge. That bike trail all the way up beyond the Mendota Bridge. Fantastic. You go underneath 494, you go underneath the Mendota. I've never done that before. You're going right by the river. There's like 4 different cool bridges. We all had hybrid bikes, or aka crossover bikes. So we had the medium-sized tires. However, what we ran into a lot on this particular trail, one of 5 trails emanating from the old Cedar Avenue Bridge, is sand pits. And Professor Donald, who knows a lot about this, he's hiked it extensively and just knows a lot. He explained that when the river floods, which it's still doing, some parts, it drops sand deposits onto these trails. Well, I call them sand pits. We thought there'd be just a couple. There was like 10 different sand pits. I got news for you. Hybrid bikes and us were no match for these sand pits. We'd get stuck, we'd fall over, we'd always have to get off. I got so sick of getting on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. But it was way fun. It's like Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer. Cut through the woods, you're going by prairies, you're going by meadow lakes, you're going by the river, you're, whoa, bug, that far from the river. It's just fantastic. So if you get a chance, there's also trails on the other side of the river on the Fort Snelling, more the Fort Snelling side, even though this trail cut through Fort Snelling, it's whatever. So there's a trail that runs from the old Cedar Avenue Bridge to Bass Ponds, which is only like a mile or 2 away. It's like kitty corner from the Mall of America. I've not been on that trail. I think it's the old Trail High Ridge Trail Road or something, Trail Ridge Road. It's just a dirt path, a bike path, a walking path. My friend Dave goes on it all the time. I'm gonna have to try it. And you should too. It's amazing what they've done. It's mind-blowing. Get out of that doggone house, hike, walk, run, get your bike going. Go on the easy trails if your bike only allows for that. If you got fat tire mountain bikes, go on the more challenging ones. Just get out there. You won't regret it, and that is Sports Blab.